Braga city center is filled with Roman ruins and walkable pedestrian-only streets. It's actually one of the oldest cities in Portugal, but has adapted and become more modern. Or is it still old? Is there more than just the city center? We talked to Americans who currently live here about their top picks. So is Braga really worth it? Well, some of their recommendations we thought were obvious, but some actually surprised us. So let's see if you can guess what they said. We're gonna start with an easy one, which is a bit more of the obvious from our list, but everyone talks about it, and it is of course the old city center.
Now there's a lot packed into this area, so we'll hit the highlights, but one thing that has to be noted is the walkability here and the free walking tours that you can enjoy. It's fairly flat and many roads have no cars. You can stroll around magnificent flowers like the Santa Barbara Garden.
I love this garden because you're right in the city center, like the downtown area, but it just feels so tranquil. It's so manicured and so beautiful with the flowers, and so it's just kind of like a little bit of a calm in the center area that you can just walk through, take a look at the flowers, smell the flowers. It's really nice. Oh, it smells amazing. Braga does so well with their flowers. I love it. You can grab a drink at this beautifully renovated hotel where traditional and modern collide. Or you can go full modern and spend some time shopping and eating at the market. There's still more to break down in this part of the city, but more on that later. Some people worry that Braga gets too hot, so where do you go for a little reprieve? Well, it's not the ocean.
This one might shock you because Braga isn't known for its water, but we are still gonna cheat just a little bit here and move slightly outside of the Braga district to a river that runs just north and has a variety of amazing river beaches. There are different types of river beaches, but the water is fresh, calmer than the ocean, and definitely warmer than the Atlantic. These are great places to beat the heat and relax. They're not terribly far away, and you can access them by car or even public transportation. I always love coming to these river beaches because you don't have as much sand. I'm not like a super beach person, and if I'm not in the water like surfing, then I'd rather not just be kicking it on the beach. But I do like coming to stuff like this because I find it just a little more comfortable, especially after you finish and you head out, it's more comfortable. So I enjoy stuff like this.
So what's cool about the river beaches is they're all a little different. Some are a bit humbler, I guess you could say, and maybe it's just the water, but others, kind of like this one, have places for you to play volleyball. There's little cafes for you to grab a drink, and then you have some that are even bigger than this. So it's really cool to just pop along the river to the different spots and see which one fits you best.
Enjoying a little drink, a little hanging out by the beach session.
The river beach, yeah.
River beach. Cheers, guys.
Did you think that would be on the list? Well, how about this icon? Of course we have to talk about it. We find ourselves back in the Braga district lines, but not in the city center.
Bom Jesus do Monte, from the renowned staircase to the beautiful views, this is a must visit. And if these aspects aren't cool enough for you, how about it having the first funicular on the Iberian Peninsula and currently the oldest in-service water balance system funicular in the world?
Gardens, exhibitions, hotels, you can spend a lot of time here whether you're just visiting or you live in Braga. If you drive, don't forget to throw your car in neutral and experience the mysterious gravity-defying pulling of your car on the slopes. The little pond has turtles. How cute! Now sometimes when you come here it can be a little foggy and a little hard to see very far, but today we've caught it on a great day where the view is just amazing. Look how far you can see out there.
You know, one of the incredible things is every time we come here, it's just so peaceful. Like, we visit here during the summer and we usually come in the morning time. I mean, we've been here when like there's been fog up here on the mountains, and today's crystal clear. I mean, it is perfect. But it's super peaceful, like there's not that many people around, and I find that to be fascinating because, you know, we are at a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but it's not overwhelming. That's awesome.
Now stick with us because this is an important one. Braga is known for its many festivals and things to do, but whether you are a sports lover or not, you have to see a soccer game at the Braga Stadium.
Soccer is obviously a massive sport in Portugal. Without the sport, it would be like having a bicycle with no wheels. What's the point? It's ingrained in Portuguese culture and life, so even if you don't think you would enjoy it, it's worth the experience of visiting the stadium and a game if you can catch one, just so you can take in the atmosphere.
But if you don't go to a game, you still have to check out the stadium because it's quite unique. While it's just the 7th largest stadium in Portugal, it's not huge, but the architect won a prize for it. It's carved into the rock, has beautiful views, and it's just pretty to look at.
All right, now Kalie and I love a good soccer stadium tour, and we've actually been around touring Braga Stadium as well, just not today. So unfortunately we can't show you guys footage of that, but I did want to say that if you do want to do a stadium tour, please take our advice and make sure that you know the stadium tour times and you book your tour in advance, because right now there's quite a bit of construction going on around the stadium, and the gate that you have to pass through is for parking lot P1 and P2, and you're gonna get stopped by like a security force that isn't actually a part of the club. They do not represent the club very well. They're not very nice. So just make sure that you are coming on time for your tour and that you're supposed to be here. Otherwise, they're gonna run you off like they did us. Maybe the stadium wasn't on your list, but I hope now it is. Now earlier we mentioned some great things to do around the city center, but since Braga is so old, you have a variety of Roman ruins to explore.
Of course, you can't miss the gate when you enter, and this is fully intact. You also have the Roman baths to see, and to dive deeper, there's an archaeology museum. But you can't visit Braga and not eat at a cool restaurant on top of actual ruins. A Típica restaurant offers yummy Portuguese food with a unique view. Surely by now you want a more comprehensive view of this beautiful city, so watch our Braga City Guide right here. Now let's get moving.